Okay, now we're going to look at how to use from and to,
네.
or from until in Korean.
네.
So if we're talking about from time A to time B,
그러면 부터까지.
okay. And if we're talking about from place A to place B,
네. 에서까지.
okay, so two cases to look at, for time and for
네.
place.
네.
Okay, in our first conversation, Robert, what do we have?
베티 씨, 몇 시부터 몇 시까지 일해요?
Okay,
몇 시부터 몇 시까지.
right, so same question, or same pieces
네.
right here. So 몇 시 and 몇 시, but here from what time until, or from what time to what time,
네.
일해요.
네.
What does that mean, 일해요?
To work.
To work,
네.
right? So the word 일
일.
has many different meanings, right?
그렇죠. 네.
In this case, though, to do work. So
right.
what time do you work?
네.
So one more time.
베티 씨, 몇 시부터 몇 시까지 일해요?
Okay, so Betty, from what time to what time do you work?
네.
Okay. Answer?
저는 9시부터 5시까지 일해요.
Okay. So just like in the question, in the answer, we would still use 부터 and 까지.
네.
So in this case, 저는, Betty is maybe emphasizing herself, right?
네.
You don't have to mention this,
Right.
but 저는 9시부터 from 9
5시까지
until 5
일해요.
일해요. Okay. All right.
저는 9시부터 5시까지 일해요.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's our first case.
네.
So again, talking about time A to time B.
네.
Okay. In our second case, maybe we'll look at place A to place B.
네. 집에서 학교까지 얼마나 걸려요? 집에서 학교까지 얼마나 걸려요?
Okay. Answer?
50분쯤 걸려요.
Okay. So the question here, 집에서, so 집, your house,
네.
or house. 학교까지, so 학교 means school.
네.
Okay. So we're saying from your house to school,
네.
얼마나 걸려요?
그렇죠.
Or
얼마나 걸려요.
Okay.
이거 어려워요. 그렇죠?
Yeah,
어렵죠?
sure. Well, the
걸려.
pronunciation, the double L, the
네.
걸려요.
네, 걸려요.
Right. So what does this mean? 얼마나
얼마나,
걸려요?
how long does it take?
Right. So just like when we're talking about how much does something cost,
그렇죠.
it's the same verb, right?
그거 이제 actually adverb인데 얼마 이거는 adverb고 이건 noun이에요.
Okay.
그래서 얼마 그러면 이제 you see verb B after it.
Okay.
그래서 얼마예요.
얼마예요?
How much is 이렇게.
In this case?
이건 나 있어요.
네.
그러면 you have a verb after it.
Okay.
그래서 얼마나 걸려요? or adjective. How far is it? 얼마나 멀어요?
Okay.
그래서 이거는 이제 adverb이에요.
Right. Yeah, so translated, this can mean how far is it?
그렇죠.
Or it could also mean how long does it take, right?
그렇죠. 여기 이제 여기 verb가 take니까
Take.
how long does it take?
And this verb is 걸리다.
to take. 걸리다.
걸리다.
네.
걸리다.
이게 걸리다예요.
Okay.
시간, time.
Time.
이건 시간이 걸리다.
Okay. So in this case, the answer would be
50분쯤 걸려요.
okay.
50분. 쯤은 이제 around.
Yeah,
about.
roughly.
그렇죠. 그래서 걸려요. take. Okay. 50분쯤 걸려요.
Right.
Okay.
So if my question is,
네.
how long does it take to go from your house to school? The answer is about 50 minutes.
네.
Or it takes about 50 minutes.
네, 네.
Okay. All right. So again, 50 분 meaning
그렇죠.
minutes.
네.
좀 to say roughly.
네.
And 걸려요.
그렇죠.
Okay.
근데 이제 이 에서부터잖아요. 부터 is for time, 에서 is for the distance. 근데 even Korean people, 한국 사람도 mixed up 해요.
Okay.
그러니까 please don't worry about too much.
All right.
그래서 괜찮아요. 부터 or에서 괜찮아요.
Okay, so if I tell you that I work from 9시에서 5시까지,
then 괜찮아요.
okay, so if I switch these
No
up,
problem at all.
same thing over here. If I say 집부터 학교까지,
그것도 they will understand that.
okay.
근데 에서가 더 it's better. 에서.
It's more proper,
그렇죠.
but in terms of if they'll understand you or not.
네, 네. 그래서 some people got even two together.
Oh, really?
에서부터 집에서부터 학교까지. or 5시에서부터 5시까지.
Okay.
괜찮아요.
All right.
그러니까 you have two, all of them. 그러니까 it doesn't matter where. 그렇죠?
Okay.
괜찮아요.
All right. So, Robert, why don't we try a couple of
네.
different examples just to see what they would sound like?
네, 네.
So, let's say I don't work from 9 to 5, but I work from 10:30 to 7:15. I make my own hours.
그러면 저는 10시 30분부터 5 반, right?
Yeah.
10시 반부터 7시 15분까지 일해요.
Okay.
네.
Nothing else has to change in the sentence, right?
어,
Still just changing the time.
네,
I can use buto and kaji same way.
네.
Okay. All right. So that's just an example of from time A to time B.
네.
So in our place A to place B,
네.
how could I ask this question?
네.
Maybe like what's the distance or how long does it take to go from Busan to Seoul?
아, 네. 그러면 여기 부산 그다음에 에서 이렇게 그다음에 서울 그다음에 til까지 and then 얼마나 걸려요?
Okay. So same idea. Instead
네.
of saying house and school, though, we're
그렇죠.
just replacing Busan
네.
and Seoul.
그렇죠.
Okay.
그리고 집은 한국 사람들이 그러니까 아파트먼트,
Yeah.
컨도미니엄 살아요. 그래도 집이라고 그래요.
Right.
또 detached house 그래도 집이에요.
Right.
그다음 my home 그것도 내 집이에요.
Right. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about an apartment,
그렇죠.
a detached house, a mansion, a condominium. It's always just cheap.
집은
Okay.
집.
So it's home.
home.
Doesn't have to mean house.
Right.
Proper house. Okay.
네.
All right. And what would be the answer for that from Busan to Seoul?
차로 운전해요. 그럼 차로 뭐 5시간쯤?
Okay.
네, 5시간쯤 걸려요. No
Right.
traffic이면 5시간쯤 걸려요.
Okay. That's one thing maybe that we can mention when we talk about hours.
네.
So for minutes we just say 50분,
네.
right? 50 minutes. But when we talk about hours, it's not just 5시, we add 간,
5시간.
시간.
네.
So 시간 means
타임.
time,
네.
right? Okay, so
시간이니까 hour.
hour,
네.
hour. Okay. All right, so it takes 5 hours, about 5 hours.
그렇죠.
I still use 춤, 5시.
5시간쯤
Okay.
걸려요.
All right.
5시간쯤 걸려요. 에드워드 선생님 토론토에서 서울까지 인천 에어포트 얼마나 걸려요?
Maybe 14시간쯤
와우.
걸려요.
14시간. Good pronunciation. 네. 14시간.
14시간.
네, 14시간.
Maybe
hour.
about 14 hours.
네, 네.
Yeah.
14시간보다는 14시간.
Okay.
For hours, for hour 14시간.
14시간. Okay.
14시간 걸려요.
Okay.
네. 그다음 그러니까 멀어요. 와, it's far. 그러면 멀다.
멀다.
네, 멀다.
Right.
그다음에 close, near. 그러면 이거예요. 가깝다.
가깝다.
이것도 비읍 irregular adjective.
Yeah. Another one of our irregular
그렇죠.
adjectives. So how would we conjugate that?
And then you change be to 우. And then 어요. 가까워요.
가까워요. Yeah.
아, 그런데 이거는 이렇게도 말해요. 근데 가까워요. 이렇게. 왜냐하면 여기 아예요. 그래서 가까워요. 이렇게 해야 돼요.
와요. Okay.
This is better. 근데 people say 가까워요 as well.
Okay.
그러니까 myself too. 가까워요. 가까워요.
Okay.
네.
Yeah. So again, a case of our irregular be up
그렇죠.
adjective,
네,
right?
네. 그다음에 이건 멀다.
멀다,
멀다. far,
멀어요,
far away.
right?
멀어요.
Right. So I could say Toronto and Incheon Airport.
멀어요.
멀어요. Or
네.
in Canada
아주.
and Incheon Airport.
네,
Canada and Korea.
아주 멀어요.
아주 멀어요.
네.
Very far.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
그리고 by airplane 그러면 비행기로 이렇게
Right.
비행기 and then 여기다가 로 하면 돼요. 로.
Okay.
by.
Yeah, and I heard you say before, so to go from Seoul to Busan,
네.
you said 차로, right?
차로.
So 차, just like 비행기로 would mean
그렇죠.
by airplane,
네.
차로 would mean by car.
그렇죠.
Okay,
by bus 그러면 버스로.
right. Yeah, so adding this 로,
네.
로
네.
kind of means by
그렇죠.
whatever.
네.
Okay. 버스로, 차로. Okay. So yeah, this can be useful maybe for people who are taking a bus from Seoul
네.
to somewhere else or from somewhere,
네.
right? So you can ask the bus driver, blah blah blah, 얼마나 걸려요?
네.
Right? Okay. So that is our 부터까지, 에서까지,
네.
from to.